actually a workout video with Brianna Turner and Caitlin Clark. Now, this is the first video where we've seen two players working out together from this team, so I want to live react to it with you guys. So obviously Coach KP is there. I feel like he never leaves the gym. You have Caitlin coming across the screen for a three. It looks like with all of these, they're working on a screen and roll with Brianna.
Just when it seemed like the WNBA drama had settled down, it came back with a bang. And guess who's right in the middle of it again? That's right, Angel Reese, along with her former teammate. Clip 2. Brianna Turner was recently seen putting in some serious work with Caitlin Clark in Indiana, and let's just say, Angel Reese isn't exactly cheering it on. The internet went wild, and this whole situation has all the ingredients for a reality TV drama: petty feuds, old grudges, and a whole lot of jealousy. Brianna Turner has made it clear she's distancing herself from the drama and ego that surround Angel Reese. And she's doing it in style by teaming up with Caitlin Clark. It's like stepping out of a chaotic party and into a calm, classy spa. Totally different vibes. Suddenly, Turner is thriving, and honestly, choosing to focus on professionalism and skill instead of drama is clearly paying off.
So, lads, it's looking like the Indiana Fever have signed a perfect player to have beside Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Dwana Bonner, Tasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull. Who else? Sydney Colson's still on this team, Damaris Dantas, and whoever they draft in second.
Picture Angel Reese sitting somewhere, probably scrolling through Instagram, jaw clenched, as she watches her former teammate get close with the very player she's been subtly throwing shade at since their college days. If jealousy were a sport, Reese would definitely be going for the gold. She's always seen herself as the star, the face of the league, but now, here's Turner picking Caitlin Clark over the bold confidence of Bayou Barbie.
And of course, you have Caitlin. She had such a phenomenal rookie season, so many great accolades. And I think the jumping from season 1 to season 2 players can also make a really big jump. So I'm excited to see her growth from year 1 and year 2. And she hasn't reached her ceiling yet either, so I'm really excited to watch her growth as well.
Let's be real, Reese probably thought Brianna would stick by her side, cheering on her drama, staying in her shadow, and following her lead. But instead, Turner made a quick exit and headed to Indiana, where the vibe is all about real chemistry, high energy, and, most importantly, basketball. No petty side eyes or social media fights. It's almost like people want to focus on winning, not just staying in the spotlight. Watching Caitlin and Brianna work out together wasn't just heartwarming, it was a statement. It showed who's truly focused on the game and who's caught up in the drama. Their workout was smooth, focused, and full of teamwork, with clear chemistry. Meanwhile, Angel's game lately has felt more like a long, unnecessary monologue, full of dramatic pauses and over-the-top reactions, but with little substance or real impact.
Angel Reese, 3-on-3. Let's go! Hey, we back like we never left. Angel Reese in the post. Gonna work number 5. Shake and bake. Earthquake. Bang! Hey, Angel, you had all off season to get in the lab, fix your lamps, but what did you do? More podcasting.
And let's not overlook the hit this takes on Angel Reese's public image. The girl who once called herself the face of women's basketball is now stuck on the sidelines while her former teammates team up with the real game changer, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin's out there building bridges, forming alliances, and lifting up her team, while Turner's along for the ride. Meanwhile, Reese is left with the same old antics and a shrinking circle. You can just imagine Reese seeing that footage of Turner and Clark together and immediately going into damage control mode, probably typing up some vague tweet about loyalty hitting different or posting a perfectly staged photo dump with moody lighting to try to distract everyone. But let's be real, we all saw it happen, and so did the rest of the league.
How are you feeling about being in Indiana and joining the team?
I'm really excited. I followed a lot of these players throughout their college careers and professional careers, so it's kind of like full circle moment to be on the same team with a lot of these players again.
Tell me what it was like what went into your decision to come here and join what's being built here at the Fever?
I think that the front office and the staff just really had a vision in place, and I felt that I could really complement their vision.
Reese's ego might be bruised, but Turner's career just got a major boost. All it took was stepping away from the drama and into the gym with someone who's truly focused on elevating the game. That move says a lot. Angel may still have her fans, but she's learning the hard way that clout fades, while teamwork lasts.
Mashed potatoes! Brr! Thought we were gonna leave the hop skippity do 3000 in 2024. Jumping off 1 foot, landing on that same foot. Then we're stat padding. Still, I thought we were past this, Angel. Brr! Rebounder in WNBA history. Look at this. Elite rebound. Look at that vertical. Look at the outlet pass. No, Angel. No! Why, Angel? Why? Not the kick out three. Butter pecan. Burn! If you throw it out of bounds, you hate puppies. What? She a playmaker. She's a point queen. Point queen. She making plays for the other team. Bang! Caitlin Clark's not the only one that can make cool passes. I can do it. Me too.
Maybe, just maybe, Angel Reese could try something revolutionary for once. It's called humility. Shocking, right? Imagine actually prioritizing your team instead of making every game about your own highlight reel. Picture Reese sharing the spotlight instead of holding onto it like her legacy depends on it. What if she approached the court as a teammate, not a solo act with a chip on her shoulder? But of course, that would mean completely shifting away from her current image as the queen of ego and unnecessary drama. So, while Reese keeps rehearsing her next emotional press conference or planning her next media stunt, let's raise a toast to Brianna Turner and Caitlin Clark, two players who actually get what teamwork is all about.
Talk about you on the court. Like, what sort of attributes do you think you're going to bring, and where will you, add to the Fever from last year to this year?
Yeah, I think I'm really just like a calming presence. I feel like I never get too high or get too low. People are like, why don't you smile more? Why don't you get excited? I'm like, I'm just chilling. I'm vibing. Like, I feel like I'm really an observer. But I am really competitive as well. I like to run the floor, like to play defense, like to win. And I think the Fever was a place to be if I wanted to win.
Just when we thought the WNBA offseason couldn't bring any more drama, Brianna Turner delivered the ultimate plot twist. Remember not too long ago when she was throwing some subtle shade at Caitlin Clark online? Yeah, we do too. But now, you'd think they've been best friends forever, the way they're smiling in training photos and vibing on the court like they've known each other for years. It's got that friends to finals energy, and honestly, the internet is loving it. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is left standing awkwardly in the background, like the third wheel no one invited to the party. It's pretty sad, really.
Would one say, for WNBA players, they should all stay off the tweet. If they can stay off Twitter, if that's the thing, if you can stay off Twitter and you're a Fever player, you're going to do well. You're going to do really, really well. But, yeah, obviously, she's done that. She's turned off replies. And with that being said, like, she is an unbelievable defender.
And, of course, Turner has turned off replies. Classic move when you know the drama's about to hit, but you're not interested in getting caught up in it. But don't be fooled, Turner is a top-tier defender, a workhorse, and clearly savvy enough to see where the real opportunity lies, in Indiana, alongside the player who's redefining the league. Watching Turner and Clark team up feels like watching a high school drama unfold in real time. You know that moment when the cool kid and the overlooked genius join forces, leaving the drama queen to stew in her own ego? Yeah, that's what's happening here. Reese, who once strutted through her rookie season like she was untouchable, is now quickly becoming the human version of a cancelled show, once hyped, now completely forgotten.
Yeah, the fandom was great when I was in South Bend, and I know obviously Fever fans are known to fill up Gainbridge Fieldhouse, so I'm really excited for that. I mean, I would say Indiana is such a big basketball state. The fan bases, they go full out for their teams. I've only been there a couple of days, and I've been stopped out in the public. People ask me, where do you play for? I say the Fever. They're like, oh my God, the Fever! Like, and they get really excited. So it's really fun to have a community that's so excited about their local sports team.
Sure, there might have been a time when people felt a little sympathy for Reese, but then they remembered the tantrums, the constant look-at-me moments, and the drama that makes her tough to root for. It's like the villain in a teen flick, the sympathy train just comes to a screeching halt. Brianna Turner definitely deserves an award for Best Supporting Actress in this basketball saga, pretending like that online shade never happened. As for Caitlin, she's probably just sitting back, enjoying the show, thinking, if this bothers Angel, I'm all in.
I don't want there to be any team situations where you're coming between the Indiana Fever and that locker room, girl. I'm going to make that very clear. I don't want to see that at all. So once again, you cleaned it up. You mentioned Caitlin Clark. You mentioned she hasn't hit her ceiling as well. But she is the offense here. She is the number one option. She is the franchise player. And I think you need to give recognition to that.
Meanwhile, Reese is probably subtweeting like crazy, posting Instagram stories that say, I'm unbothered, while being anything but. It's that classic breakup energy. You unfollow someone, act like you're living your best life, but then catch yourself stalking their stories just 5 minutes later.
No, it's Angel Reese! Left alone! Bang! My money, and I want it now! Quarter 3 ball, butter pecan, burn!
Y'all gonna disrespect me and not guard me? Well, hand down, man down.
Burn! McDonald's handing out brand deals for this kind of bag work. I'll take a lot less. Help a brother out! Bang!
Really only need 3,997 more threes to catch Steph.
Reese thought she was going to be the center of the WNBA universe, but now she's spiraling out of orbit, while Brianna and Caitlin are creating a supernova in Indiana. It's a brutal fall from grace. 1 minute, you're acting like the Beyoncé of basketball, and the next, you realize you're more of a backup dancer than the main act. And if anyone knows about missed shots, both on and off the court, it's Angel Reese. The harsh truth? People are drawn to chemistry, hard work, and humility. While Clark and Turner are showing all three, Angel's stuck wondering how the narrative flipped so fast. But it didn't flip, Angel, it evolved. And you stayed stuck in your own drama while the league moved on.
Tell me why I love her odds. Look at her defenders. They moonwalk backwards. She's always going to be open. Bang! If only the IRS left me alone like Angel's defenders leave her alone. Tax evasion! Bang! Her new nickname is 7-Eleven because she's open 24/7, baby. Bang! Shout out to my Detroit Pistons. Kate Cunningham, this is for you! Bang!
Angel Reese, who once crowned herself the royalty of the basketball world, is now watching her empire crumble faster than a tower of cards in a wind tunnel. It's not just that her teammates are quietly slipping away, it's that they're racing toward quieter, drama-free pastures. And nobody shows that better than Brianna Turner. She didn't just leave Reese behind, she leveled up in the most public, jaw-dropping way possible. She traded the chaos and diva theatrics of Reese's world for the championship dreams of Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever. That's not just a transfer, it's like upgrading to a luxury car. Meanwhile, Reese is left spinning, trying to figure out why her teammates would choose Team Harmony over daily episodes of As the Ego Turns.
At her peak, she's been one of the best top 5 defenders in the WNBA, and this is exactly what the Fever need. The Fever need defense on their bench. They don't need a scorer. They don't need somebody to go and take 20 shots a game. They don't even need someone to average 5 points per game. They literally need somebody that goes out there, knows their role, sets screens, rolls to the basket, shoots 50% on layups, can score a couple of fast break layups by just outrunning their matchup, gets rebounds and blocks.
Let's be real, Reese losing teammates isn't exactly big news, but when those same teammates run straight into the arms of Caitlin Clark, the very player Reese has been caught up in a one-sided rivalry with, it's not just funny, it's pure poetic justice. Turner trading the Reese show for Caitlin's elite squad is like ditching a knockoff designer purse for the real Chanel. As for Reese's most vocal fans, they're probably staring at their screens right now, realizing loyalty only goes so far when your leader turns every game into a melodrama. Brianna Turner saw the light, and it was wearing number 22 in a Fever jersey. One look at Caitlin Clark draining logo threes with ease, sharing the ball, and actually leading like a pro, and Turner was out. Gone, like your last ex who realized drama wasn't love, it was just exhausting. In Turner's mind, that decision probably felt like walking out of a haunted house and into a spa. Can you really blame her?
Funny that all these people who hated the Indiana Fever last year is finally coming around to sign with the team. Go figure. Now, I don't know the whole initial thing about this signing, maybe for depth, defensive purposes, but it is funny to see how what a year make when the Indiana Fever is one of the, not one, but is the top team in the WNBA.
Oh, the irony is truly delicious. Reese, who once saw herself as the cornerstone of a dynasty, is now watching her foundation crumble, brick by brick, or should we say, teammate by teammate. Brianna Turner didn't just abandon ship, she launched a lifeboat and sailed straight to Contender Island. Meanwhile, Angel's left clinging to her imaginary throne, wondering why everyone's leaving her court. Spoiler alert, real queens lead by example, not by attitude. As if that weren't enough, the contrast between the two stars couldn't be starker. Caitlin Clark isn't just stacking wins, she's building something bigger. She makes her teammates better, both on and off the court. Reese, on the other hand, is still acting like hustle is a personality trait, running around, scowling at referees, and turning every basket into a personal redemption arc. But let's be clear, that's not leadership, it's just theatrics.
Homo action there. But nice easy catch and finish. Skip pass. Clark spots up and shoot. Little floater. Caitlin working on the hand.
When Caitlin Clark steps onto the court, she doesn't just play, she orchestrates. She elevates everyone around her, turning rookies into starters and role players into serious threats. Reese, on the other hand, seems stuck in a loop, always trying to prove herself but never evolving. While Angel tries to will the Chicago Sky to a playoff spot with pure force and grimaces, Clark and the Fever are playing the long game. They're not hoping for miracles, they're planning for championships. While Reese is busy complaining about officiating, Clark is dissecting defenses. While Reese blames missed calls, Clark is calling plays. There's levels to this, and Reese is still stuck in the tutorial. The irony? Reese still has plenty of talent, nobody's denying that. But her leadership style is more about drama than effectiveness, more about viral clips than game-changing performances. It's hard to rally a team when every missed shot becomes a headline, and every turnover is followed by a death stare. If Angel wants to be taken seriously as a franchise cornerstone, she might want to start learning how to lead without alienating everyone within a 10-foot radius. Here's a thought, it's time for a change in approach.
Here's something I'm gonna tell y'all. Indiana, do not sleep us. Like, I believe in Stephanie White. I really do. I really do. Like, for real, for real.
As the Indiana Fever quietly build the scariest roster in the league with Clark, Boston, Mitchell, Carlson, Bonner, Howard, and now Turner, Reese is watching her influence wane. She might still think of herself as the main character in her own story, but the rest of the league has clearly moved on. The Fever are the team to watch, and the Clark era has officially arrived. Angel? She's not just out of the spotlight, she's outside the building. So, congratulations to Brianna Turner, you didn't just escape, you ascended. Caitlin Clark continues to be the gravity that pulls talent in and takes it higher than ever before. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is left standing alone on the stage she built for herself, with the lights dimming, the crowd thinning, still insisting she's the show. But in the WNBA, it's results that matter, and right now, the results are clear. Caitlin Clark is the present and future of this league, while Angel Reese is just another cautionary tale about how ego can be your biggest rival. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments, like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.